Hey, William, you trying to sell my family's house? By the way, I sent everything to my goddamn lawyer, and what you did, just so you know, is illegal. You ain't selling our goddamn house. I guarantee you, on the streets, your ass is done for. I guarantee you. So either you take this shit off Zillow right up now, or I'm coming after you with a separate charge. And so is my landlord, and so is my family.
That's a fucking lie, you dumb hooker.
So you either take that shit down before the Chongqing meeting on the 6th, otherwise my family and our landlord are personally going to come after you legally. Take that shit down.
Welcome back to the Cyraxx Deep Dive series here on the Swampy D channel, the longest running, most diabolical series YouTube has ever seen about a goblin creature of this grotesque nature. But enough with all that. Alas, the day we've all been waiting for, Cyraxx's totally real court date is among us, and I bet you're all chomping at the bits to know how Cyraxx fared in this whole thing. He definitely won. He has all the totally illegal things that the trolls have done against him, bitch, so there's almost no way he could ever lose. But with that in mind, before we get any further, we have to check out this angry voicemail that Cyraxx was leaving William Gloryhole just 2 days before this whole shindig is set to go down, threatening him and trying to coerce him not to show up. It seems like somebody, Mr. Cyraxx, is doing some federally illegal things there, bitch. So let's finish out this very upset message that he left William Gloryhole, and then we'll jump into the court case.
You don't own anything. You don't own my home. You know, William might be one of your people, and that's fine. That's all well and good, whatever. Not that I fucking care. But I'm gonna say this right now. You need to lose my fucking number. Because if you don't lose my fucking number, I'm gonna give all the info I have to my lawyer on you, and then you will be charged. And I don't think you want that. So leave me alone and lose my fucking number.
So essentially, the trolls have put up a fake post on good old Zillow trying to sell, or allegedly sell, Cyraxx's home, which neither him or his family owns. They actually rent it from a landlord. So feels bad, Cyraxx, if somebody wanted to sell it, aka a landlord who is very tired of listening to the goblin. They totally could whenever they wanted, and you don't own anything either, buddy. You gotta love how absolutely diluted the logic is here. It genuinely makes me laugh when I'm hearing him screech about people losing his number and to leave him alone, because the only thing he can do is yell at people over the internet. But at the same time, I've never seen somebody yelling with all their might and then also just be so hilarious while doing it, because it's just not intimidating. But that's what genuinely makes it so funny to me, is that he thinks it's intimidating and he thinks that people are scared of him and that he's like somehow commanding authority, but he's just the clown, the jester of the show.
Chance is not yet showing up yet, so we'll keep reading here. Corbo, thanks for the $1. My lab is prepped. The end is near. It was glorious.
Hello, everyone.
Can you hear the audio from the?
Wonderful.
Oh shit!
Hello, Mr.
Chance
Wilkins.
shaved his beard. Holy crap! Look at
Right.
that.
Mr. Wilkins, you've submitted a lot of evidence to the courts. I'm going to need you to kind of go through the digital evidence first, and then we'll get into the physical evidence, all right?
All right, it sounds good to me.
Wherever you would like to begin, let us start.
Nothing is more terrifying to me so far in this entire series than anytime Cyraxx pops up clean shaven, and I do that with air quotes because it's about as clean as it's gonna get. He might as well keep hiding that disgusting maw under that gnarled little hair of his, because that dilapidated mouth is not looking good right now. And I just gotta say, thank God Laura is not doing the accent as bad as she was the past few, because, oh man, that shit was bad. But I guess let's see how this is gonna go. Cyraxx has submitted a lot of evidence to the courts, so we're gonna see how, special needs it is.
Wherever you would like to begin, it's whatever you would like to do.
Well, you've sent in quite a few things. So what would be the first piece of evidence
What?
that was destroyed, or a piece of property, that kind of thing?
Alright, so as far as property goes that was destroyed, that would be the original Xbox One X that I got. And that was back, I got that in 2018, and that got destroyed, and I ended up throwing that away.
Just gonna jump in here real quick, and I'm surprised that he didn't start this whole thing off by saying, well, 8 years ago I met Marty. But he never paid for that Xbox One, actually. The original Xbox he had, he stole from Heather too and refused to give it back when she moved out. That's how he got that.
Around 2022, I believe it was.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, and then what?
And then after that, I ended up, thankfully, because of one of my friends overseas that I'm really close with, he saw what happened, ended up shipping me a new one, which was the Series S that I had, and then that got destroyed right around the same time as my PC, as my gaming PC.
Cutting in again, and I'm gonna do this every time the goblin throws a lie out there, with actual information that went down. The second Xbox came from a friend. I highly doubt they were overseas, I'm not too sure about that, but came from this quote friend who got in touch with Cyraxx and Sally and said that he would help them get a new Xbox if they paid for half of it. So what happens is, this dumb troll, I don't know why he would believe the Wilkins ever, sent out this Xbox, and then Sally and good old Chance blocked him and never paid him back. So that's actually how he got the second one.
And that was around, it was like December-ish, November-ish of last year. It was like right before my computer got destroyed.
And then
after that, my gaming PC, that got destroyed literally around February or March of this year. It was like right around that time frame that it got
can
destroyed.
we have a little bit more of a detailed elaboration and illustration of the destruction of this property? Kind of a more of a
absolutely. So what happened was, they had people pretending to be my friend, and they would send me these devices that are basically made to modify the gaming console. Basically it would be to where like you can basically play all the games without having to have the discs to save space and trouble of having to go through everything, which I was very appreciative of when they were talking about doing that.
Honestly, I'm just chuckling as I hear him describe the whole kill stick thing, because dude, like, you just described piracy, and that's federally illegal, bitch. I love how he's just being incredibly vague, and he somewhat knows about these things. That's why in the comments every so often you'll see people being like, Cyraxx has to be a part of it, he has to be in on it. No, he knows what's going on. He's just so desperate and stupid, and the only thing he has in life are the trolls, that if he didn't react, and if he didn't fall into it, and if he didn't blindly trust all these people, his life would be lonely and miserable. What do you think? Cyraxx is truly a glutton for punishment. That's why he's even entertaining this whole totally real court proceeding.
And when I got the USB, I went to plug it in, and it basically what it did, it's called bricking my system. And what it did, and what the kill stick did, was it basically sucks in all the electricity from your device. It sucks all that electricity and power from the device into itself, and then shoots it back out at such a rapid pace that it destroys all the circuitry inside to where it cannot be used.
Chance literally getting the definition for a kill stick from the Google AI system is the funniest shit ever, but you know, you can't expect him to come in with anything less than ChatGPT doing all the thinking and all the quote research for himself. But I mean, hey, he was somewhat able to explain it, right? I just can't believe this guy has had this happen like 4+ times at this point, and he's able to explain exactly what happened to him, but yet every single time he gets sent a USB, he just has this totally weird instinct to shove it into his electronics. Makes sense.
Okay.
And they have done this a total of 3 times already.
Wow, 3 times. Okay. And then
after that, after they bricked my current Xbox, which is the One S.
And what year was this? What year did this event occur?
The original Xbox was last year in 2024. And then the Xbox One S and stuff, all that was earlier this year.
Okay. Continue.
And for my computer, they ended up breaking into it several times in the past. And one of my friends that I'm very tight-knit with, he's very good with computers. I've known this guy for a long while. He saw that they were breaking into my computer. I went to take and have him help me to kick them out so that I could, you know, start securing my PC a little bit better. We went to do what's called a flash. We went to flash the BIOS in the computer, which basically what that does is it resets all the BIOS and basically everything in your computer to where it will throw everybody out. Basically, it's basically the brutal way of doing a hard reset on a computer.
Now, old Uncle Swampy D has never pretended to be some computer genius or some literary scholar, but what I can tell you about flashing the BIOS is if you do it wrong, it can be extremely costly to your computer. Basically makes it completely unusable in a brick like good old Cyraxx's. I mean, we watched him while he was doing it. He was like resetting it, messing with it in the middle of it, and that's like basically the tried and true no-no when you're doing that thing to your computer. So I don't know if it was gonna ever help you, Cyraxx, to be flashing your BIOS when you know nothing about computers. Again, this is the guy that used to make videos saying you can create as much RAM on your computer as you want by just typing it in. Anyways, let's keep watching this.
And when we did that, my computer wouldn't turn back on. And so I ended up getting on my phone where I had Facebook at the time and contacted my friend Gloryhole, who you actually ended up speaking with just yesterday. He ended up doing a little bit of research and found out that they had placed a virus in my computer that when the computer would be flashed to where it would reset, that triggered the virus, which basically made it to where my computer basically could not be used at all whatsoever.
Imagine if this was any real court, any real proceeding, and then you have Cyraxx being like, yeah, so then I went on Facebook and talked to Gloryhole and then William Gloryhole. It's like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. You haven't figured this out yet? How many people have hole in their name? How could you ever look at the name William Gloryhole and ever take that seriously? Like, but we're talking about Cyraxx, the Goblin King here, so of course you would believe it. You truly do think that Chance would have figured it out by now, though. It's always Gloryhole that has this information, this missing puzzle piece to the current troll that he's going through, right? And then anytime he gets that information, he immediately screams it out to the world so every troll knows, and then they shift the troll. So Cyraxx will forever be in this cycle. And I do feel like I should apologize. I feel like I've been laughing every time I've been talking in this video, but man, it's hard not to.
They basically did the same thing to my older computers. Those are both basically in the same time frame. After that, they ended up having somebody that I thought was my friend for a very long time. And I didn't know this person was connected with them. I didn't make that connection. So what they did was they ended up taking and they're like, hey, you know, I got this extra controller and stuff, you know, I'm not using it, you know, would you want it? I was like, sure, absolutely. Like, I could always use a spare controller for, you know, my gaming console. Absolutely. And so they sent it over. I went to plug it in, and that destroyed my other console that I had. Which,
again, just imagine this is a real court and people are just listening to this like, damn, this guy fell for the same exact thing from the same exact people this many times. Honestly, we should be giving these people an award. I don't think punishing them makes any sense at this point. Seems like you've punished yourself enough, Cyraxx, and that's punishment enough for them to have to even look at that maw every day. But again, how many buddy trolls, how many times are you gonna fall for this stuff? How many times are people gonna send you equipment, even though you're well aware you don't deserve it, you haven't earned it, and nobody actually likes you? So why would you do this to yourself over and over again? I don't know, it makes no sense. But when it comes to the world of Chancey Poo, his case is falling apart in front of our eyes. The more he talks, the worse it is for him, and that's why I think it's great that Cyraxx would rather talk than let an actual lawyer do the work for him, because he knows everything better, Vitch.
The real question, which is, why did he have my property destroyed? Like, what was his reasoning behind that? And I never once got an answer for that.
Would counsel like me to respond?
Yes.
So the reason why my client doesn't want to answer that question is because he's done no harm to you, Mr. Wilkins. There's no clerical evidence that William, aka Gloryhole, as you call him, right? William Gloryhole, that's how you know him by,
Yes, sir.
has wronged you in any type of way. There's no evidence he's done so. You couldn't trace it back to him. I've never heard of a man being named William Gloryhole in my entire life. I think that's a fictional creature that you made up to spin a story.
Then let me ask you this, Mr. Cypress. Why is his YouTube channel named William Gloryhole?
Well, Cyraxx, that's an easy question, and I will answer that on behalf of everybody on this stream. The reason why people keep destroying your stuff is because you keep trying to talk to underage children. You've been trying to send your wing wang, show them your butthole, send absolutely disgusting messages, deplorable ones even. Then even on top of that, you send death threats, you send threats of violence, you send all kinds of crazy things over the internet with these devices. And honestly, it protects the entire internet from you if you don't have access to them. So that's why they were destroyed, my friend, because you do not deserve to have any Xboxes, any PlayStations, any Wiis, any computers. No fun for the goblin. So I'm gonna skip a bunch of this because, you know, it's like an hour plus, 2 hours, something like that. But if you want to check it all out, it's over there on William Gloryhole's Rumble. It's on John's Avenues, I believe. And as always, you can find links to William Gloryhole and Wordboy, all the pertinent and important people who get this content for us in the description of pretty much every video in this series. So shout out to William, shout out to John, shout out to the rest of the team for the fun stuff. But now we're gonna get to see the creme de la creme, the fruits of our labor. We're gonna get to see Cyraxx cry.
You do realize that...
What do I realize? Go ahead, tell me. Tell me what I realize, Mr. Wilkins.
Laura, would you care to explain to this man what it will be happening?
Yeah, tell me, Laura, what's gonna happen? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, your shit's gone. It already happened.
William wins again! William wins! You suck!
How does it feel, Chance?
Look at that, baby.
Laura, what's going on here?
Yes, Laura, what's going on? Please explain to your client what's going on.
I have no idea what's going on.
Mr. Wilkins, Mr. Wilkins.
Mr. Wilkins, what is going on here?
What is going on?
Oh, no.
You got fucked, bitch! You got fucked!
William wins. William wins.
William wins! William wins!
Laura, if I may,
wins.
Laura, if I may, can I speak with you outside of the stream?
No, you're still. You cannot, Mr. Wilkins. You have to
That
speak
is
here.
not your call.
You have to speak here now, Mr. Wilkins.
No, I do not.
Mr. Wilkins, I know you're a little
Anyway,
upset.
somebody can close the media player, by the
Leave me
way.
alone. Laura, may I speak with you? in
Laura,
private?
can you tell your client to clean his eyes? I see a lot of tears coming down his face.
Laura, can I speak with you in private now? It's important.
Mr. Wilkins, we can speak here. Everything's being recorded for the courts, okay? It's okay.
Why did you guys destroy the evidence? Answer that one, Cypress.
My clients refuse to answer that question.
No, they have to answer.
They refuse.
Laura, do you have anything that
Good
you would like to
morning.
say to these people?
Mr. Gloryhole, what do you have to say for yourself? What do you have to say for yourself?
I have nothing to say for myself.
I think Chance, Mr. Wilkins is wrongly accusing my clients
No, I
of
am
doing
not.
something.
You
Mr.
know what they did, and you're
I would like to make a
defending it.
statement.
Of
Chance,
course.
William wins. William's always gonna fucking win, and there's
No,
nothing
he
you
is
can ever
not.
fucking do about it. We'll see. We'll see. You have no
Mr.
evidence.
Mr.
You have no
Wilkins-
Well,
evidence
then
anymore.
quit.
Mr. Wilkins, you tried to go against the best, and
And
you
that's
lost.
where you're failing. Because I have you on evidence. I have all you guys on evidence threatening my lawyer.
Where have I threatened your lawyer, Mr.
No one's
Wilkins?
threatening.
Thank
Not
God.
you in
I'm sorry.
particular.
I'm sorry,
Not
guys.
you in
I don't think
particular.
I don't think.
History.
And just like that, it is over and done with. Cyraxx thought he had a case, and he has uploaded several videos after this ranting and raving saying that he didn't lose the case, the evidence was destroyed on purpose, blah blah blah. But we all know, without a shadow of a doubt, that none of that evidence was actually evidence anyway. But imagine being that dumb, that stupid, that you're willing to send every little piece of evidence, the kill sticks, the PCs, the dead Xboxes, everything, stuff that potentially at some point might have been helpful, even though realistically they're not. But imagine the one saving grace you might have to actually get anything done about your trolls. You send all the evidence to them, and guess what they did to it, Cyraxx? They burned it. So that's what we're gonna end this video with, a nice, beautiful bonfire. No, I didn't forget. The bedbug jug, I'm waiting for it. Bedbug jug, bedbug jug, bedbug jug, bedbug jug. I'ma need that shit. Run me that shit.